First off, the watch.
Kratos is what Andrew Tate aspires to be. Kratos kills, maims anyone who gets in his way, nobody fucks with him, they all fear him, and he gets as many bitches as he wants. And yes, while Kratos may have crippling depression and no real friends, he shows all of the Sigma male qualities and he gets the bag. Now this is my first time playing through God of War 1. When I now reflect on the time I spent playing this game, I now reflect on two things. The jaw-dropping spectacle of this game, and some of the janky, annoying, aggravating gameplay portions. Let's start with that straight off the bat. I actually really enjoyed the gameplay. You have a lot of different combos, a lot of different powers. There's a great variety in the moves you can do. Enemy variety for the most part is pretty solid. It does kind of do the lazy thing where they just soup up different enemies in different areas, but you do learn eventually which attacks work best with each enemy, and which I really appreciate when the game makes you use your noggin. However, there are many gameplay sections in this game that make you want to be like Kratos in the opening cutscene. Infinitely spawning enemies, just annoying enemy types, tanky enemies, certain attacks not interrupting enemies, and by far my favorite, so many enemies spawning in one space at once you got no clue what the fuck is happening. To me, these sections really bog the pace down and really fuck you up. Speaking of bad pace, every single platforming section in this game can go fuck itself. In every single action adventure game, my least favorite part, without question, is climbing and platforming. That's just who I am. Now, sometimes it's fun here, I can't lie. Like when you're on the rope, when you're climbing the walls and you're just like grabbing enemies and slamming their heads in, it's pretty fun. But the balance beams, the jump obstacle courses, this fucking climbing pillar. To the creator of this pillar section, be warned, I'm gonna go John Wick on your ass. In some of these sections, the margin for error is so inconsistent. Sometimes Kratos grabs on, sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes the camera fucks you. And then the game insults you when you die for the millionth time on the same jumping section. Does little baby want to go to easy mode? Fuck no, I'm a grown ass man, I could do this on my own. And then right after pushing no, you fail again and you want to do a backflip out your window. However, like I said earlier, the combat in this game I think is good. You can go on long combos, you can juggle enemies when there's an adequate amount and it's not janky. And honestly, that's the majority of the combat in this game. I found it fun and enjoyable, and it obviously kept me engaged for like 8.5 hours. Now, to earlier, what I think this game does best. The set pieces, the music, the graphics, the exploration. You feel like you're going on this ambitious odyssey straight from like a Greek poem. This game world is fascinating. It's packed full of secret chests to find, which I love in these kind of games. You want to try to explore to find upgrades. You want to see more of the world. It's just an impressive odyssey to trek through with a great narrative to back it up. Now, obviously, this is PS2 era, so the narrative isn't going to be this giant thing, but it's simple, it's straight to the point, and it's good. As the game unfolds, you find out why Kratos wants to kill Ares, why he's been in service to the gods, and it all works really well. My only real complaint kinda is the lack of side characters in this. Besides Kratos and Ares, there's not really any characters. I guess you count the Oracle, but her and every other woman in this game always have a shirt off. It's absolutely egregious. Every time they show it, I want them to show it more so I can get even angrier at them. The sex minigame is disgusting. If you partake in this, you're a gross human being. However, I am an exception because I had to be a good critic, so I got the footage. Damn bro, how Kratos last that long? Yeah, you definitely couldn't make this game now. It's way too immature and way too for guys. This game is pretty much if you just snorted pure testosterone and time traveled back to ancient Greece. Pretty much everything that women hate about men is embodied in this one video game, and it's honestly pretty beautiful. So if I'm doing my math correctly, there are 3 boss fights in this game, and they're all pretty solid. You know, I really like boss fights in my games, and the spacing here is a little weird. You fight one like right at the beginning, and then you play like 5 hours a game, then you fight another one, and then you fight one right at the end. Honestly, it's triggering my OCD because I'm like, why don't you just put one at the beginning, the middle, and the end? Why do you have to put one beginning, like 3/4 of the way done, and then at the end? Speaking of the end, I really enjoyed the ending. It's clear, though, from watching it that they meant this to be a one-off kind of game. And honestly, I'm so glad it wasn't, because God of War 4 is amazing, so I have that to thank for it. And I think there's a lot of potential here, and it seems like they realized it. Despite how much I trashed on the fucking gameplay in this video, I have to say, I really, really enjoyed my time. If you're bored, you should give this game a shot. A lot of people need to play classics like this, myself included. I'm gonna put this game in the B tier because I think there's a lot of room to improve with the other games. I think this is a good starting point. Alright, so now I'm gonna play God of War Ascension, which is apparently the worst one.
For the love of God!